What is going on, guys? We are back with another video, and well, we got a major problem with the race car, and I actually pulled it in here to do a routine clutch job, getting it ready for the event this weekend in Georgia. I was really excited to make it, but we got some major problems. You can see, got the Marauder torn down, trying to build a rear end, and that'll be another video. We got Turdzilla in the background going as well, but let's show you the problem, and then later on this video we're actually going down to Cy Lee's shop and we're getting the 6-inch intercooler put on the front of it and doing the charge pipe. So I'm pretty excited to get that done, but unfortunately this is going to set us back quite a bit. So right here we have our face-plated transmission. This is the built trans that's in the race car. In here, you can see we have the face-plated trans, and well, if you look at the splines there, we have officially twisted the splines, and that's not great. Unfortunately, that's a bigger problem than I had originally thought. I said, okay, well, I twisted the input shaft. I'll just get a new one, throw it in there, call it a day. Well, here's the problem. For one, this input shaft, go ahead and try to pull it out. That's right, you can't because this is in the way. So it has to come out the backside. Not too big of a deal. Order a new shaft, come in, we'll go ahead and swap it out, take everything apart, put the shaft in, put it all back together same day. Well, here's the problem. Liberty is the one who makes this face-plated gear set, and this is what's needed for this power level. And they make an upgraded shaft, and they also make a stock shaft, but they are 4 to 6 weeks. And I'm also hearing that 4 to 6 weeks is more like 6 months, which is a huge problem if we want to race this car. So unfortunately, I'm kind of stuck. This is a very inexpensive part in the world of this thing. This is about 400 bucks. I can take the shaft out and send it out, but I'm being honest with you guys, I can't take this thing apart, sit it on the table for, what could be 6 weeks or 6 months and effectively put this back together without a problem. So that's where you need a transmission shop, and well, we might send this out to a transmission shop and get it done. The other option is to talk to like Calimer. They make a G-Force unit, which uses completely different gear set, everything there. The only thing that problem is, well, it's very expensive. As you start going fast with a stick shift, this is the problem, right? So this is a $400 fix that takes 6 months. And the other one is a $12,000 fix that can be done in a few weeks. I got to figure out what to do. I got to probably sell some junk or something to pay for this. And yeah, but this is a pretty big setback. I can't really go get a stock trans, and it wouldn't make a ton of sense to go get a stock trans, because if we twisted this one, we can twist the stock trans and we destroy synchros and everything else. This has a 5/6 delete and the faceplate gear set. So, I mean, this thing is pretty bulletproof besides this. There's some other things that can cause some issues, like this one doesn't have a front sprayer set up as well. So typically you do billet front sprayer so you can prevent starving the bearings of transmission fluid when you start going really fast to the 60 foot. But that's a whole rabbit hole. Essentially, I'm kind of stuck here, and I don't have a full plan yet. I have an idea, but we're gonna have to figure that out. I don't know what to do there. If anyone out there has an input shaft for a Liberty faceplated T56 Magnum XL, which you probably don't, but if you do, let me know. We're gonna have to fix it because otherwise this thing's kind of a paperweight. It's been good for a while. It's just we're making so much power now. 1300 plus wheel. We're putting a bigger intercooler on. We're probably gonna send this thing for like 14, 1500, 1600 wheel horsepower. And I think this trans should take it, especially if we get the upgraded shaft that they have. But, I just got to decide what I want to do and what I can do, because I really want to be able to race this season. And we're already out for the count for this race coming up over the weekend. So, yeah. And $12,000 for a new transmission. But that is the best of the best. It's even better than this one. This one would probably cost you $7,000 or $8,000 to build. So, again, not a cheap transmission, but maybe we swing for something a little bit bigger. So we'll pick up this video tomorrow. We're gonna hop in the truck, trailer, head down to Clearwater area and get this intercooler knocked out. Damn. That's a thick boy. Just dropped the GT500 off with Siley. They're gonna go get that intercooler knocked out. It looks sick, it's huge, should work pretty well. Right now, I didn't plan this originally, but I got talking with someone last night. They really need their car tuned. It's at a Dino shop somewhere local here nearby in Tampa. I don't really know Tampa that well, so I just say Tampa, but there's Clearwater and all sorts of different areas, but it's only half an hour away, so we're gonna go head over there, check in. I think it's like a Paxton blower 2-valve with cams. We're gonna try to get that tuned and knocked out, hopefully get paid there, and then head back, pick up the car, and then we might even be tuning another car in this area later. It's like a Kenny Bell 2-valve as well, so it's gonna be a busy day, but you know, we gotta hustle, we gotta make the money to pay the man. We still don't have a transmission because that costs about 10 times, maybe like not 10 times, but a lot more than the intercooler. And we had already signed up to do the intercooler, so we're gonna do it even though we don't have a transmission. We're working with this 2-valve car here. Might be accurate, just kidding. It's got a Paxton blower on it, air to air. It's got something going on with the fuel pump with the returnless system. I'm not quite sure it's gonna work, but we're gonna try to make it work. I got it started running. This car hasn't ran in a long time. So we got a tune in it. It's running decent. We're gonna start running on this dyno and see if we can get it to tune up decent. There's a few setup issues, but we're here now, so we're gonna try to make them work. First pull, we got a 367, 346. It was pretty rich. The white fan is at the tailpipe. I don't really love it, but we're pulling some fuel out and gonna see if we can make some more power. Well, we saw some pretty good gains leaning it out. 406, 364. You can see the air fuel line significantly better. This little dip where I have the cursor on, we're pulling some fuel out to 10.7. We're going to try to ride like a 12.0, 11.7 line as the boost starts to come in, and then ride this nice 11.7, 11.8 line. What happened here?
A little plastic just shut off.
Good old plastic intake manifold. Yeah. Little fuel leak. It made 400 horsepower, so twice. We ended with 406, 364. It's about 6 pounds of boost. Air fuel's good. We didn't get to finish. I think it would have made about 420 or so, but it had the fuel injector problem, and then the alternator went out and it's throwing sparks and losing battery voltage. So it's gonna have to be fixed, but for the most part, I think it'll run and drive, and it'll be able to make some boost as soon as those things are fixed up. Got the Paxton 2-valve tuned up, and it made some decent power. 406. It's only on like 6 pounds of boost. It has some cams done to it, but otherwise it's nothing too crazy. But I guess it's been sitting there for a while. Had a chip tune in it, had someone else trying to tune it. The ECU is kind of bricked because this happens a lot, is tuners will change strategies and VIN numbers and some weird stuff with the computer, so then SCT wouldn't connect to it. So I actually used HP to force a stock file into it, and then I was able to load it with SCT. It's just weird things happen with these older cars and tuners and chips and all this nonsense, but we got it tuned up, and I think he's gonna be pretty happy because he hasn't had the car running, driving in a while, and put a lot of money into it. So we're gonna head back, go check on the GT500 and help them finish that out. And then I think I got another 2-valve to tune later on. All right, so we're here with Sai Lee.
Hey.
And we just got the car finished up. Well, you did. I went off and tuned the car.
You helped. You pulled the bumper off and you brought me the car.
Yeah. So we got a custom intercooler. And do you want to talk about kind of intercoolers and maybe a little bit about what we had there, which was kind of a more basic intercooler, and what this is?
So basically, Andrew reached out to me. He wanted a intercooler that was going to help him with our BLF turbo. And basically what he said to us was, man, I'm having very high IATs. So here, check it out. This is what he had before. Kind of small for what we're trying to do. I think you made what, 1300 with it, or
about basically, yeah.
Okay. So his goals are obviously much higher than that. So we built him a stacked up Garrett. So we used Garrett cores. It comes out to be a 6-inch core intercooler. A little bit of a tight fit, but
especially with the bumper.
Especially with the bumper. The bumper, we had to murder that thing pretty bad, but it's on there now. But yeah, that's kind of what we have. We have, you know, a big 6-inch core. I think it's going to help your IATs go down by quite a lot. I can't wait for you to post some data on this, man. Are you going to do that?
Well, I mean, Dino alone should show, I would assuming we don't get into some sort of valve spring issue, we should see some serious IAT differences and power difference.
Sure.
Because the IAT was so bad that the power curve would basically fall. And it wasn't, I don't think it was valve flow.
All right. No, I don't think so either. I'm pretty sure that it was, we could see the IATs were pretty high. I'm sure with the small core, you probably had a good amount of pressure drop from the intercooler. So now with the bigger intercooler core, I think we're gonna be doing a lot better. So let's see what the data shows. I'm pretty interested in it.
Yeah, and even on track, I mean, we went 164 with more boost, trap in the quarter, and then it went 166 with 5 less pounds.
Wow.
So
it's definitely something going on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for the results, man. Let's see what we can do. So thanks for bringing it over, giving us the opportunity.
Thank you. And I guess if you want to get an intercooler done, they can hit you up. But you also sell a lot of really cool parts too for Mustangs and F-150s too.
Mustangs and F-150s we're starting to make a bunch of parts for those. We can give you guys a quick tour and you guys can check it out.
There's some secret cars in here though, right?
Yeah, there is. Here, I'll show you a couple of them. So this is a car we've been doing for UPR. The owner Mark, and it's going to be a twin turbocharged Coyote. As you guys can see, it's basically done. Now it's going off to go get some wiring done.
That's pretty wild.
These are some of my own cars that we're doing some small updates. We have the covers on. We're not going to show much about those.
I saw these earlier. These are pretty cool.
So these are our onboard air kits. We assemble them here in-house. We build them in-house. We build the plates in-house. Basically, you know, this is great for any type of boost controller, and you know, this is something that almost every car needs, especially if you've got a street car, no filling up a CO2 bottle or anything like that. This is great. You know, this is some of our like small inserts or parts for VL fabrications. We got some wiring harnesses, small things like that, and this is our manufacturing side. I don't typically do a ton of car stuff, but we're in there. And you know, this is our laser that we run. We have a 6,000 watt laser. We have 2 welding stations. These are some of our fabricated tanks.
Yep.
And you know, some of our sheet metal shop, basically, where we make a lot of these parts, like your intercoolers.
Oh yeah, awesome, man.
So this is another one of our manufacturing tools. We use this is our press brake. Basically, it's a 6-axis press brake, and state of the art, we can hold within 5 thou tolerance on all bends with sheet metal. That's kind of what I actually do a lot of now. We actually manufacture for different industries like the military, medical, things like that, industrial. So that's kind of why you guys haven't seen me too much in cars, but I'm getting slowly back into it, and we're gonna have some more fun here soon.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's really cool to see all this other stuff, and it's hard to make a lot of money in these Mustangs.
It really is. It really is.
It's a passion thing. It's,
Yeah.
you know, people see these guys who are running these companies, and a lot of times, you know, we're just trying to have fun and make
Feed
a
our
living.
families. That's
Yeah,
it. You're right.
pretty
100%. 100%.
Yeah. So now we got to push this into the trailer because it's broken.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I'll push.
Been on the road for a little bit, but got a little drive back. Got the car and the trailer. Overall, pretty good day. We got the GT500 intercooler installed and on the car. Cy Lee and the guys killed it on that. He had built the intercooler previously, and I gave him some measurements, so we kind of got it in the ballpark. I got that Paxton 2-valve tuned up, made some good power. You guys saw that. We picked up the car, got a little walk around at Cy Lee's shop and his multiple businesses that are going on there, which is so cool. I didn't get to get some good video of the Kenny Bell car running. We did get it running, but it did have some problems. It had an IAC code. It also had both primary O2 sensors were disabled or open circuit, so he has to get that fixed. And then he was like, oh, I happen to have a Mega Squirt. And I'm like, dude, why are we doing this on a Mega Squirt? So he's got a few more things to fix up on it, but it does run now, you know, so he should be able to dial that in, and we should be tuning that Kenny Bell 2-valve here pretty soon on the Dino back at the shop. Well, guys, if you liked the video, make sure you hit the like button down below. It helps get this video out to more people. Leave a comment, let us know what you think. If you guys want to support the channel, go down to the website, mustanglifestyle.net. You know, we also sell tuning, you know, merchandise, t-shirts, the whole nine. So definitely go check it out, and we'll see you guys in the next one.